What's going on, everybody? Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. It's Tuesday after evening, about 7:20. We got that cat wheel loader kit, that 950 wheel loader you saw in the last video. We got it kicked off today. Wasn't expecting any sort of goofy routing there, and I ended up with a bunch. So threw me off for about an hour, 15 minutes or so. More importantly, it threw me off for a bunch of fuel, and you're going to see that. It's going to come into play here in a little bit. But right now, we're currently sitting in Perrysburg, Ohio. Parked here for the night. Gonna run this thing in the morning, so stick around. I'll show you this load.
We ride across these plains and prairies, rocky mountain highs, fade off into the distance like ghost riders in the sky. Black smoke and white line, steel horses side by side. It's more than just a living, y'all. Hell, it's our way of life. We're the last of the cowboys.
Well, that's that. Off we go. There we go. Our biggest problem is right there. That's our biggest problem. I think there's trucks out about 30 miles from here. We're going to stop and get some fuel. Try to make it down to Perrysburg to the Petro down there. So we're going to see what happens. But you just saw us loading up this this die. This is a die from General Motors. These things, it's a stamping die. These things actually make fenders or front fenders, rear fenders, stuff like that for cars. GM uses them. This thing actually weighs roughly 50. We're about 51,000 pounds, I think. So she's a little heavy, but other than that, it's supposed to be 103 inches wide. Looks close enough to me. I don't see anything sticking off. I mean, my chains are the only thing sticking out, so close enough to legal to me. But we are on a heavy only permit, bringing this down to Canton, Ohio. I'm gonna get it delivered tomorrow morning. Like I said, we're about 50,000. It's actually about 50,800 pounds. So divide that number in half. Get you what, 25,400 pounds we need for securement. So here's what we did. What I did on this, kind of neat. Kind of like, I forget what it was that I had on. that big gearbox that I brought up from Alabama, kind of like that, same idea. It's a good visual on securement on this thing. And the way, what I wanted you to see is, if you're looking at it, you see this chain up here coming down in the front, that is wrapped around the front pulling backwards. And then this chain over here, it's wrapped around the back, also pulling forward. And then we got the two going straight over the center. All four of these chains we get full credit for because they go all the way across the trailer, over the load, all the way across the trailer. So we have 26,000 pounds of securement on this thing currently. All of these are 3/8 chains, all of them are 3/8 binders. So we got 26,000 pounds of securement holding it in here. Requires 25,400, so we're in great shape. But we also have it covered forward rearward movement, and also side to side on the chain. So pretty good placement on this thing. I took a guess, man. I totally took a guess. I will put up the I'll put up the scale ticket here in a little bit so you can see where my weights came out. But that's about it for this one. Talk to you guys in a bit. All right. So, oh man, it is Wednesday evening, about 7 o'clock. We are currently in Smithville, something like that, Pennsylvania, on our way out to Camp Hill to get loaded at a brand new customer. First two loads we've hauled out of there. Myself and one other guy are going in tomorrow. Man, the last couple days, man, things that happen. Sometimes it'll make you question why you're a truck driver. I don't know. Oh man, last couple of days, it's just been like one thing after another, and I want to talk about that. So first things, I should probably start at the beginning on this one. All right guys, so I'm interrupting this part of the video right here because I shot a section of this video that was about, as you're seeing right now, in a little sped up with no sound to it. But I shot this section. It's probably a 45-minute section that I cut down into about 28 minutes. Basically, it was just talking about things that happened to me that day, things that happened at the delivery on the die, which basically we were fighting to get our money on that one. And then I got to my truck chassis, and the truck chassis canceled on me. So, but it was kind of back and forth, and there was a bunch of crap that went on with it. And I shot this whole section of video, and then when I watched it back, I realized this kind of just sounded like a truck driver crying about things that happen every day. So I decided to delete that, but I'm going to leave this in here. And then most importantly, at the very end here, I was talking about one guy had made a comment on the channel about something that I screwed up on. I wanted to leave that in because I thought that was important. So here you go. If you like this episode and you think maybe you want to see some more, man, there's a couple hundred episodes behind us down there right now. You can just scroll through. Maybe there's one you'll like, or maybe there's one you learned something from, or maybe, as I found out tonight from one of you guys, I was under the impression that there was no requirement on something that there actually is a requirement on, and one of you guys stepped up and made a comment in there and said, "Hey man, that's not right. There actually is a requirement on that." So I appreciate that for correcting me on that. I don't claim to know it all. I definitely don't, and I try to share the knowledge I've got, and I'm trying to, I'm finding that I'm learning more and I'm gaining more knowledge from you guys. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate the comments, and I appreciate taking the time to correct me on that. And what's going on, guys? So Monday afternoon, Monday morning, I guess. I didn't get any, you know, earlier on in this video it says Tuesday, so we're actually like almost a week later. I didn't get any filming of us loading these things. I don't know, I don't have any reason. They probably would have let me load or let me film, but I just didn't. So here at Delivery Now, this is kind of turning into a little bit of a show. We're gonna see what happens here, but I figured I'd show you the load. These are 2 presses that we got from Camp Hill, Pennsylvania. Brought them up here to Illinois. These are what these bad bears look like. These things are running about 72,000 pounds, between 70 and 72,000 pounds. So securement wise, we did a bunch. We kind of had to, got 2 up front, 1 right here, 1 right here. We got 2 going through the hole in the back. They go all the way across, full credit for those. And we got another 2 on the back. We had to have, basically I had to have 6 chains in order to make this thing work for the weight that it is showing. So worked it out. So there's actually 8 chains on here, but it works out for credit for 6 of them. So we're gonna go ahead and start unchaining this thing. What we got to do here, we just came down that road. You see DJ sitting back there right now. Just came down that driveway back down there, and we're gonna have to, I'll take you this way and show you. We're gonna have to round this corner right over here. We're gonna have to get these guys to move this truck here. It's definitely in the way. They are coming out this door right here to unload them. We're gonna have to run this circle right here, go up in there, back up. They'll pick it up, take it inside, and then we'll go right out that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing unchained real fast. We got, hopefully with any luck, I got a load booked up to Wisconsin, going back over to New York. With any luck, they'll get this thing off quick enough that I'll be able to run up there and get loaded today. They only ship until 2:30, so we're gonna see what happens. About 11:30 right now here, so we'll see what happens.